Hi, and welcome. I'm Kelly Scanlon from IPC, where I'm the Director of Environmental Policy and Research. I'm really excited to be here with you today and Pamela Brody-Heine, Senior Director at the Clean Electronics Production Network, CEPN. We're here together to talk about a recently launched program uniting electronics companies in an effort to protect workers from hazardous chemicals across this complex and globally distributed electronics supply chain. So Pamela, welcome. So glad to see you.
Thank you, Kelly. It's great to have a chance to talk with you and your members about the Towards Zero Exposure program. CEPN members have worked really hard to create a structure and tools to help companies throughout the electronic supply chain move towards eliminating workers' exposure to toxic process chemicals. This program launched a few months ago in August with a cohort of 3 founding signatories, global leaders in sustainability and social responsibility, so including Apple, Dell, and HP Inc. CEPN and these founding signatories welcome any and all companies in the electronic supply chain to join them in the Towards Zero Exposure program, creating a community of companies committed to take aligned action to protect workers.
That's awesome. Congratulations on launching the new program. Here at IPC, our core mission is helping electronics manufacturers to build electronics better. And from my perspective as an environmental health and safety person, as a professional, better doesn't stop with high quality products and efficient processes. It also means that these products will be safer for their users, the workers who make them, and the environment at all stages of the electronics life cycle. So I'm eager to help our members understand how the CEPN Towards Zero Exposure program will help to achieve all of these issues faced by our electronic supply chain. So tell us more about the program.
Yeah, great. So the program was developed by the CEPN members with the belief that protection from toxic process chemicals is a basic human right. We recognize that eliminating exposure to toxic chemicals is a very complex supply chain problem that really requires collaboration with a range of stakeholders and cannot readily be solved by any one individual, company, or organization working alone. And so the process of developing the program involved a diverse set of stakeholders, including companies throughout the supply chain, NGOs, academics, government representatives, as well as labor and environmental advocates. The network members very thoughtfully and deliberately create a program that rewards and enables progress, as well as protecting signatories of the program, their integrity with meaningful data collection, verification, and reporting.
Awesome. Okay, so you use the word signatory. What does it mean to be a signatory, and what have these signatories agreed to?
So signatories have promised to accelerate their efforts in chemical safety and improve chemical management practices throughout the electronics industry. What they have promised to do is contained in the program's 6 commitments. So signatories have committed to prioritize the elimination or substitution of 9 priority chemicals that have been identified with safer alternatives, and to continue to protect workers until that's been achieved, collect data on processed chemicals, advanced worker engagement and participation, reach deeper into their supply chain to reduce worker exposure to these hazardous chemicals, verify and report their results, and commit to continuous improvement, working in good faith on the journey towards zero exposure.
So I like that you threw in there the continuous improvement. I mean, this is always an iteration towards a greater good. So can you tell us more about that continuous improvement and what that means towards zero exposure?
Yes, thanks for pulling that out. So the zero in Towards Zero Exposure is aspirational. We know that as deeply as we believe that ultimately it is an attainable goal, we have structured this program to support companies as they make progress towards these commitments. This is a journey. that companies have volunteered to undertake. And our commitment is to offer and support the tools, the structure, and also the recognition and credibility that they will be earning throughout through this commitment.
So you're providing tools and support for companies. You're not just asking them to do better, but equipping them to actually get somewhere, right? To evaluate and communicate the hazards and finding safer alternatives. Can you tell us more about what signatories are getting for participating in the Towards Zero Exposure program?
Yeah, so CEPN members have created a toolbox to facilitate and standardize data collection and communication about process chemicals up and down the supply chain. To be clear, these tools are available freely to any company that's interested in using them, and they're available on the CEPN and the Towards Zero Exposure websites. But becoming a signatory in the program goes beyond these tools by offering a framework, a community, and credibility on the journey of eliminating worker exposure to toxic process chemicals.
Okay, so a clear feature of our marketplace is consumer pressure to see companies doing the right thing, even beyond what regulators are requiring in terms of ethics and transparency in their supply chains. So at IPC, we talk about this as conscientious engineering, this kind of newer term that really entails everything from corporate social responsibility, as well as that movement to safer and more sustainable chemistries and processes. So it looks like the Towards Zero Exposure program goals and practices seem to be totally clearly aligned with this. And we look forward to working with you guys to offer our members and our companies throughout that full electronic supply chain with information and access to the tools that you guys have created, and encouraging them to get more involved and to learn more about the program and possibly becoming signatories. So what can you tell our members directly now about how they can do that? How can they become signatories?
So one way is to reach out directly to me or to our program director, Mary Swanson. Our contact information is on the CEPN website, as well as the Towards Zero Exposure websites. These websites also have a tremendous amount of information about the details of the network, the program, access to our tools. We also distribute a quarterly newsletter and other intermittent updates. And so you can subscribe to get those updates in the newsletter on our website, or feel free to email me directly, and I'd be more than happy to add you to the list. And Kelly, thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to working with you further and with your members.
Yeah, likewise. And you're really making it so easy to engage with you and CEPN. And so, let's minimize those hurdles so that we can get more signatories and even just more awareness of what this program is. So Pamela, thank you so much. And we'll look forward to keeping in touch about this program. Thank you.
Thank you.